a seat, okay? Because y'all gonna need to sit down for this. They're charging $320 for one bundle. Hey YouTube Law Family, it's your girl Kim. We are back with another video. In today's video, I'm sure you guys can tell by the title. When I say I'm in shock, like I'm not even exaggerating, right? So one of my friends, we're gonna give you a little backstory, right? One of my friends from high school reached out to me. She's like, oh, my sister's looking for hair. How much is the hair? So I gave her a quote, and y'all know, if y'all don't already know, okay, Bundles by Kim's Life Vlog has an everyday bundle deal. If you buy any 3 bundles, doesn't matter the length, the color, you'll get a discount automatically. There's no code needed to be entered in. And, you know, I think that's a good thing, because one of the things that I mentioned, you know, same thing with YouTube, same thing with Instagram. I view all of social media as a business. That's just what it is, right? And in business, you want to make money, you want to grow. In my hair business, do I want to make money? Yes. Do I want to break the bank? Absolutely not. I just don't think it's necessary. My prices are set fair. I could make more money. I can, but I'm making enough, right? All things considered, cost of website, cost of shipping, tariffs, you know, all things considered, you know, I'm still doing okay. So something in the back of my mind was like, oh, you know, and I'm not gonna mention no names, because y'all, if y'all been on the channel, y'all are OG, y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Do your own research, you know, dial it back a few years or 2. So I'm like, let me check out my prices. I gave him a price for 4 bundles, and I was like, well, that's kind of high. And I'm like, you know, are my prices too high? So I decided to go to 2 other hair one company's hair website, right? And I'm like, I went to their website, and for the same length, like I'm charging $190. Have a seat, okay? Because y'all gonna need to sit down for this. They're charging $320 for one bundle. For one. So for the price of 2 bundles with them is the price of 4 bundles with me. Now I always say, because we're transparent here on the channel, my bundles are not heavily full to the ends. What does that mean? It's tapered, so it does get a little bit thinner when you go down to the end. That's how people's hair grow. Your own hair grows like that. The only reason your hair might look like it's blunt is because you cut it. Most single donor raw hair bundle vendors are not going to cut it, because that cuts into the profits for them. They're going to sell it to you at whatever length. Sometimes the little ends measure that. If you guys remember when I was a brand ambassador for another hair company, I got bundles that were like that. I dusted them. I have 3 bundles. I'm going to put a little picture up here. The frontal is from me, but the bundles are from them. And I probably like dusted it twice. When I say dusted, I maybe have taken off like 2 inches. And you guys can see how full that looks to the end, even though they are tapered down to the end. So I just want to set that expectation, like, hey, you know, we're not in the business of fronting, fooling people, lying, cheat. We don't do none of that. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, what it was, what it's not gonna be, okay? When I tell you I was in shock when I saw $320. Now, I've shopped with this hair company before. You know, if you know, you know, right? And I don't remember their bundles being much different from mine way before I started my hair company. So I'm trying to figure out, like, why are you charging $320? Now, again, I mentioned in the beginning of this video, business, right? I get it. Business is business. You have multiple locations. You have overhead costs. You have employees. The tariffs be tariffing, baby, because the tariffs are expensive. For the little bit that I order, like, and the tariffs, I won't say they're not terrible, but it's just a nuisance, because it cuts into your profits. But, you know, it is what it is. DHL is not going to drop my package off if I don't pay the tariff before they even come out to my house, like, which is effing terrible, but it is what it is, right? I get that you have overhead costs, but $130 difference for a bundle is wild. I was shocked. And then I spoke to my homegirl AJ, and she was like, you know, well, if I had to sell my bundles, I hope she don't mention mine that I mentioned. I'm gonna ask her, and she doesn't want to edit this out. And if I had to sell my bundles, they'll probably be around that price. Now, granted, I've seen my homegirl AJ's bundles. They are nice. I would say they're worth that price. I don't know about some of these other people, though. I'm like, I was in shock. Like, what is really going on here? Why are you selling one bundle of hair for $320? Baby, when I say I would never buy no bundle for $320. One, is it rare virgin hair? Like, you know what I mean? Like young donor, because there's some hair out there that's worth it, but I don't think it's worth it from these hair companies. I'm just, you know, I was in shock, and I'm like, you know, I could raise my prices, but again, being transparent and being upfront and being honest. Like, I raised my prices probably 2 or 3 times very subtly, because I had no choice. My vendor raised their prices, and then tariffs. So I had to add in those prices to accommodate it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I don't want it to be too expensive. I've always told you guys, like, I want it to be affordable. Like, I want it to be affordable. I still want to make money, you know, but I also want you guys to be able to afford it. But I just feel like $130 more per bundle. I mean, y'all comment down below, let me know if I'm tripping. I just feel like that is wild. I know you got overhead costs. I know you got employees to pay, but in my eyes, because you've been doing this for a really long time, you've kind of already made it. You don't have to charge those prices. People are gonna come back because you already have that, you know, that brand, that reputation. However, I did have not some of the greatest experiences where like there's only like 1 or 2 hair companies you'll ever hear me say I recommend going forward, even outside of mine. But I just don't get it. Like, I can't justify what you charge for 2 bundles, what I charge for 4, unless you're double drawn, or like, I'm trying to figure out how they would get it to be fuller to the ends, because most single donor, their hair is tapered down. So is your vendor cutting the ends to make it look fuller and then charging you more because they had to lose some? I mean, like, I'm trying to justify $130 difference per bundle, and like it hasn't clicked in my head yet. So maybe y'all comment down below and let me help me understand. But I had to come on here and talk about that because I was in utter shock. Like, this is the reason why you guys need to shop with me. Not only is it cheaper without a discount, but you're getting a discount also. For what you would pay for 4 bundles, you can buy 4 bundles from me and get a wig made. Child, we're not even gonna talk about their wigs, because I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. Again, if y'all are OGs on the channel, then y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. Okay, so I had to go look at my Cliff Notes to figure out what I missed, and I realized I forgot to talk about like packaging and branding, probably advertising. I don't even know what they're paying for. Don't get me wrong, I'm paying for advertising now, but I just feel like that comes with the business. And not to say like you guys shouldn't have to pay for my advertising, but like, I feel like it comes with it. You know what I mean? Like, why? I'm trying to still like wrap my head around that price difference. Like, I just don't get it. So you guys heard me mention, like, and I say this for people who are new, okay? We are transparent here. I buy a lot of stuff from Amazon. Y'all gonna get your hair in the Amazon package. If y'all are not okay with that and y'all want a pretty package that's gonna end up in the trash, let me know. I will raise prices to accommodate it. But I feel as though I'd rather spend my money and your money in places that make sense, like a good shampoo and conditioning system to make sure the hair is nice and soft before I send it to you. Not no, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. I had to come back here and say that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on those notifications. But that was the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.